Yeah, Gyanchandra, I am a government teacher in middle school and I teach mathematics and English to 6th, 7th and 8th class. And my school is in village,
Okay.
right? But sometimes I get opportunity to work in the high school also because there is a very scarcity of English teachers. So they
Hmm.
used to call me for 4 years, for 5 years, like that. Sometimes for 6 months also. So I used to pay my services here also. I mean, at the Tehsil place. I live at Narsinghgarh in Rajgarh district in MP, right?
Hmm.
And I am a maths graduate with my uh, post graduation in English literature. Then I have done my B.Ed from IGNU, Indira Gandhi Open University. Then I have done my MA in education. Then I have done a certificate course in teaching English. And I am a trained master trainer in British Council. And I am an anchor also. I love to do anchoring. Whenever some great personalities visits our tehsil, I used to call by our SDM sir, and there I do anchoring. And this is my passion,
Oh
doing
my,
anchoring.
great, great, great. I don't know so
And
many, education system. So whatever you told me, so most of the thing I couldn't understand what you are talking, but you have a great knowledge about study and so much. So it's great because I, apart from English, I don't have anything. When people start saying that I'm doing this work, I have done this, I have done this, so it's a goes over on me because I don't know so many process. Yeah. So but yeah, the person who belongs to teaching line, so they know very well what is education system is.
yes, yes.
Great.
Uh-huh.
So if I talk about myself, my name is Gyanendra, and I live in UP, and earlier I have done my graduation. But if I talk about my education system, it's very very bad. Uh, I rarely go. I rarely used to go to school, and I attended the lecture. It's very very difficult that time for me. So most of the I just did it deliberately. It's like I was forced to do this just because of by my friend. Some of my friend, they just told me that no, you should be cleared your education, like so that you can do something special in your life. So I said okay. So that's why I did this. Otherwise I didn't want to go for education. I didn't want to study. Being in village area, nobody encourage you towards the study, that you should study so that you can do something. And here if I talk about my parents, my family, not only my parents family, other all the family, all the villagers, uh, they don't value of the study. They don't push their child that you should study, you should go to school. No, they don't say. They just say that okay, you have to do this work at farm, you have to graze your animals, you have to take care this type of system. But they never say that okay, you should study and you should do this, you should do that. So it's really very, it's still the in village area it's going on. Nobody care about your
Actually, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, same thing happens with my students also. Actually, nowadays, because the month of the Sawan is going on, so in our villages, every now and then they are performing kathas. Do you know? You might be knowing very well katha, Satyanarayan katha, and all that.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
one of my students, his father is a priest. So he asked him to don't go to school, go to 2 or 3 houses and perform this katha. He said, "Ki no, today ma'am will going to divide our house, and then I will be made a group leader, a house leader. So I have to go. Actually, I have made my environment of my school. I have made it so attractive that they just run for the school. And 95% attendance is there every day, and they all are doing. I am just conduct some meetings with them. I mean, I'm having a small bal cabinet, and through that bal cabinet, I used to they used to perform all the duties like doing prayers, taking attendance, checking
Yes.
writings. Yeah, I have made the leaders, and my work has become very easy. And because I have allotted responsibilities to them, they are eager. They are very much desperate to come to school. Whatever may be the situation in their home, even if they want to go to field also, first they come, they take the attendance, do their duties, whatever I have allotted them, and then they ask me, "Ki, ma'am, I have to go." They call me Didi. So they ask me, "Didi, आज हमको काम है and I have to go." Then I say, "Okay, it is important because you have your responsibility towards your parents also, so you can go." And they just go with a heavy heart. They have to leave the school. And
Yes,
even
yes,
after
yes.
4:30, they are not willing to go from school. As soon as I rang the bell for the final dispatch, final disperse, they say ki, "Ma'am, could we stay here for 15 minutes so that we can clean the ground, we can take out these weeds from the garden and all that?" I say ki, "No, tomorrow in the morning we will do this. Now you have
Mm.
to go to home." So in
Yes.
this way, I have my channel also, and you can see
Yeah.
my students there. They are working, and with the same passion, they are doing their studies also.
Yes,
So
yes. You,
it's very good. And you should also make your future in. Why don't you study? I want to ask you one thing. That why do you hate studying? I mean, going to college and studying there. What is the reason behind it?
yeah, in village area it's happened just because of your environment, where
Yeah.
you live. Because if there is no education, if there is no educated person, they never increase you. This if you That's why a lot of children, they just engross with playing. They just play each other, and they just working here and there. Nobody tells them that okay, you should study. They don't Nobody here to guide us to do this so that you will be perfect in your life. Why are you wasting your time doing this? Nobody tells. That's why, if suppose you just said, you just told that I just there should be a guide who can
Yeah.
tell you that you should do this so that you can become something special in your life.
Yes.
earlier we
Yes.
earlier we Earlier we were unaware of that this fact. That's why my education system has totally destroyed. But now I can understand because I have grown up, so I have figured out that what is wrong and what is right. So when I meet any villager person, so then I totally make him understand that okay, suppose I have destroyed my life, so you should not destroy your life. You should go to study and go to school regularly. Don't listen to your daddy, don't listen to your mom, because they are uneducated. So what they don't value of the education system is. So that's why here I think awareness is less in village area. So if they know anyone who increase you, so that's why here the most of the children, they don't care about study. They just say okay, let me play and let me work whatever I am supposed to do by my family. So it's happened.
Yes.
And so if
Exactly. Exactly. You are right. Actually, it is the duty of a teacher. Either there are only two persons who becomes happy when their children grow. One is the teacher, and the other is your parents. So they are
yeah,
the only two persons in the world who will tell you that you have to what you have to do in your life. They will guide you. They will motivate you, and they will just push you towards your goal. They will create the atmosphere like that. Right
yeah.
now, my students they are preparing for merit cum means exam. That is the short form is NMMS. That is National Merit Cum Means. So every year, if they got selected in this exam, every year they will get 12,000 rupees from government, and then
Nice.
their higher studies will be there will be no obstacle in their higher studies. So till now, since from 2018, 22 students have been selected from my school, and I am
Oh wow.
very proud of. Really,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you. And this time 12 students are doing their preparation. If possible, I'll send you their pic that as soon as they come to school, they lock themselves in the office. There I have spread the carpet, and all the books are kept here. At least 22 books are there, and they just sit, they study. They don't care whether the teacher is coming or not coming. We also don't disturb them until 2 hours. They all do a combined study, and then I come and I ask them what you have studied today and where you are finding difficulty. And if they say "Ki in this particular area we have doubts," then I used to clear the doubt, and then we have the proper class. I mean the course we used to study, because it is
Yeah.
also necessary.
Yes,
So
yes.
in this
That
way,
teacher is.
and one of the Olympiad,
Hmm.
yes, pardon.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
And one of the exam Olympiad from last year, our government has given the platform for the students just to push for the English, because nowadays NEP has formed, and NEP has told that we have to give the primary education in their native language. So, is
Yes.
there any problem?
No, actually, my nephew is disturbing me. He is also, he is holding book, but he is not. He's pretending that he is studying, but he is not studying.
He is
That's
not studying. Oh.
that's very, very bad. Though I managed to, I have practiced a lot in English. That's why I'm able to speak English. But what is the benefit of my learning English? Because I can't teach him just because of his behavior. His behavior is not good. He always start disturbing me. Even he is 10 years old only. However,
Oh,
he just, yeah. So why don't you go ahead? Yeah, so sorry, man. So yeah,
no.
I would like to I would like to say that if like a good gardener, a good teacher meet any a good student, so definitely that student can do anything in his life. So we really student really need a good teacher, a really good parent. First responsibility is his parents. If the parents make them good in their life, they guided him, they guide him carefully, so the teacher is also can play a good role in their life. So here most of the teacher, they just they don't care about children, but here they want to teach them, they want to give them that, they want to make them understand that no son, you have to do this, you have to study a lot, because if you study, if you do something, so I'm proud of you by myself, that yes, I can manage to make you something in your life. So it's that time I feel good, that I my hard work, because if I teach five people, if I teach five boy son student, and they become, if they become something in their life, so that time I really feel a lot of happiness, that yes, and now I can, with the help of me, those person they become something good, they become something in their life. So it's a
Yes,
good, if
so
we
you
manage.
you should
Hmm.
you should take this initiative and you spread the awareness in your village, because I don't think there are more than 500 or 700 people in your village. Is it a big village or is it a small village? I mean,
It's
how much is the population?
a big village. Around 3,000 person are
Oh,
in there.
so
Yes.
there may be more than 2 or 3 schools in your village.
There is a one primary school,
Only
and
one primary.
yes, 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 and some others village student come here to teach, to study. And if I talk about class, so from from first class to eighth class.
It's a middle school, not primary. It's a middle school.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's
it's a,
from first to 8, then it is a primary. Sorry, middle school.
yes, yes,
Oh, I think everybody is born on the earth with some definite objective or a purpose. And if we do some good and kind acts towards humanity, I think God sees us So we should take initiative and we should spread awareness that how much study is important. And just you daily you meet five or three people, five or three students, and you tell them the importance of study, as you are doing very hard work. I like your struggle, your efforts that you are
Thank,
paying off for speaking English.
thank you
You are
so
doing
much,
good.
ma'am.
Yes, yes, you are doing good. But this goodness will increase tenfold if you make four or five students like you. If you
Yes,
can
yes.
motivate them, then the purpose will be solved. Otherwise, we are here on the earth. Nobody cares us, as we are not very known personalities. We are not very popular. So our deed should spread. We should do some good deeds so that uh, God will also become happy and He will bless us.
That is what we need.
Right?
You know, that is
I
what we
think like
need.
that.
Yeah, that is what we need. You know, if I'm doing something, so here there should be a person who can guide me, who can tell me, who can motivate us, who can inspire us, so that we can get some courage to do something special. Otherwise, all the person, if I talk about my friends, relative, and family member, they always say that, no, what are you doing? Why are you learning English? What will you do with the English? You should work at home like us. So why are you going through this English? So it was my dream, so I wanted to complete it. So now maybe I can understand the people who speaks in English, and I can also describe myself. So it's like my dream has come true. It's a good. So I just want earlier I just thinking when I used to watch movies and the news, then I used to thinking that what they are saying, I also want to understand them. So because they speak in English, so that's why I started English. That time I had an English grammar book, and through that grammar book I just completed my tenses, and I used to speak by myself. Nobody was there that time who can guide you. So but I didn't give up. I gave up so many times by because I was disturbed so many times by my friend and by my family. They, in order to study, you have to hide yourself that, okay, first you are supposed to complete your whole the work, then you can take then you can take time for yourself, whether it could be 20 minutes, 10 minutes. It's that 20 minutes, it's yours. But otherwise, since morning till night, you have to do work, whether you are supposed to do, whether your parents say, whether your relatives say, so you have to do. But it's really very difficult to take time for yourself. And if you are taking time for yourself, so you can't study in front of your family. It's really very difficult. You have to go through any separate
Oh
place
God.
where you can study, where nobody, if your friends see you studying, so they can humiliate you, they can laugh at you. So that time your level of the they just
Yes.
like they pulling leg your they just start pulling your leg. So that time
Mhm.
it's like, oh my god, I should not study, because if I study, so they consider me wrong. And it's mean you can't study in front of your family, in front of your relative, friend, pleasure. It's like we are stealing something, like. So it's really very difficult. I know when I used to study, so I just, when I go to bed after taking dinner, and I secretly, I just hide my book under the bed sheet, and I just took out at night, and I used to learn tenses. I used to learn tenses, and I used to speak. And nobody, I didn't let anyone to know that I study in English. And I don't speak in front of my village or in front of my friends, just because if I speak, so they consider me other person. Yeah? They don't behave me like me. They don't behave me that he is my friend. They just they start separating from me. So I don't want that they separate with me. Whenever I am with my friend and relative and family, I just behave like a villager. I don't show them that I know English. So
No,
it's
no, no.
it's
But you don't. No, but you are becoming too personal. You are becoming selfish in this way. No, no. You have to speak in front of them so that they may realize that, see, this boy has improved a lot by studying secretly. And though the parents were demoralizing you, they are demotivating you, but still you have made the progress. So now you have to be an example before all your friends, before your relatives, before your parents, that see, I have done this, why the other students can't do it? So please, Gyanchandra, you should be an example so that
Yeah, that
others will follow you. One day we will
yeah,
realize your importance and your efforts, that you have done great. Without any help, you have done this much. See, if you get help and if you help others, what miracle will happen in your village? And you will
yeah.
become a